The Republican-controlled House of Representatives voted today to hold Attorney General Merrick Garland in contempt. Now, this is largely a symbolic vote in that it urges federal prosecutors to investigate and file criminal charges against the Attorney General. Meaning, typically the recommendation goes to the Attorney General to file charges. In this case, it would be the Attorney General filing charges against the Attorney General. Obviously, that's not going to happen. That is ridiculous. But what is it all about? What does this alleged contempt revolve around? Well, it has to do with Robert Hur's investigation into Joe Biden and his mishandling of classified documents. Biden was in fact investigated for having classified documents. As we all know, Biden treated that situation very differently from Donald Trump, and even Trump supporters should be able to accept that. Trump had multiple opportunities to return his classified documents, refused to do so, and as a result, the FBI searched his home in Mar-a-Lago, whereas Biden found that he had possession of classified documents, immediately alerted the federal government about it, and immediately returned the classified documents. But nonetheless, Biden was still investigated by Robert Hur. And after that investigation, Robert Hur decided that he would not press charges against the president and said that he comes across as an elderly man with poor memory.
Pausing here to deliver some honest truth as we do in our news coverage as well. TYT is facing challenges, guys, as the entire industry is. You know who could make the difference? You. If you hit the join button below, it's gonna make all the difference and keep us in business. We appreciate you, thank you.
Now, Republicans are arguing that Hur did not do an adequate investigation. And that is why they demand a video of the interview that Hur did with President Biden. They claim they want to see what the line of questioning was. They want to see the video. Keep in mind, they have a transcript of the video. So they have the entire exchange in print in front of them, but they want the video. Now, why do you think they want the video? Again, they're alleging, we don't think that Hur did an adequate investigation. Well, you could determine that by reading the transcript. Come on, guys. We all know why they actually want the video. They want the video because of the fact that Robert Hur declared that Biden comes across as an elderly man with poor memory. And they want something to campaign on, which is ridiculous because, yes, I get that Donald Trump was convicted in the hush money case for, basically messing with the business documents, committing fraud with the business documents. However, Trump is still leading Biden, and the fact that you have Republicans like grasping at straws, doing whatever they can to get video to make Biden appear as an old senile man is hilarious to me. It's so unnecessary, and they're not going to get the video. There's just not. And again, this was a symbolic vote. So Republicans said that Garland was in contempt of Congress for not turning over those audio tapes of the interview with President Biden that was conducted last year by Robert Hur. Now, the Justice Department had previously, according to the Washington Post, provided lawmakers with that transcript of the interview, but they refused to turn over the videotapes or the audio tapes, and they invoked executive privilege, saying that it would set a bad precedent to share such audio for future high-profile cases that do not lead to criminal charges. And so the contempt of Congress vote, again, means that lawmakers are recommending that the Justice Department file criminal charges against Garland. In previous instances, there were 2 instances previously of a sitting attorney general being voted by House members to be in contempt. The US attorney in Washington declined to pursue the case, and it is very likely that that will be the case here as well. But for anyone who's trying to allege that they want the audio tapes or they want video to see if there's something that maybe hasn't been reported or wasn't included in the transcripts, I'm not buying that for a second. I just think they want audio that is embarrassing for Joe Biden because he is in fact an elderly man. He does appear fragile every time he's in public. And that's one of the things that Republicans are going to really use to campaign against him to ensure that Donald Trump wins the general election. That's my analysis of it. So if you see that in the news, I think that's the real intention here by Republicans in the House of Representatives, which again, I think is incredibly pathetic because I think, as I've said on the show multiple times, aside from Biden's age, he is a target-rich environment for Republicans right now. And they have actually done a pretty decent job campaigning against him, which is reflected in the polling. And we're talking about consistent polling that shows Biden losing to Trump in the swing states. So we'll see how the election plays out, but just understand what the intentions are of House Republicans who demand these audio tapes.
If you enjoyed this video, that's because of our members. They make us independent, they make us strong, and they make us honest. Become a member today by hitting the join button below.